This is just raw, uncut, real real stuff here, because some of the comments that I'm getting in the videos, I think that there's some confusion. I did previously, I did what it takes to start in Hotshot, and that was kind of like how much money you should have available to you in order to start a business like this. When I post my gross revenue, that is gross revenue. If you are in your first year and putting about 40% in your pocket of that gross revenue, then you're doing well. In your second year, that number should come up. You should be putting about 50%. And as you pay equipment off and as your insurance costs drop, the expenses do go down a little bit. But the price of diesel ain't doing nothing but going up. It does a little, a little fluctuation here and there. But that stuff is gonna stay the way that it is. The expenses are very expensive. I'm not trying to detour anybody. I also did another video about I did one that this is a hustler's game. Not trying to detour anybody from the industry. I welcome you guys, and I try to keep up with the comments, and I post a lot on Patreon, and I do other videos on Patreon, and I'm helping several guys right now through Patreon, helping them to start up their businesses, and I'm very excited about that, and giving them all this information. I wouldn't do that stuff if I wasn't trying to help other people to start a hotshot business. I want to go over with you guys my list of the most important things to have available in order to start a hotshot trucking business. First and foremost, you need support. You're going to need support. By support, I mean family support. I mean having a good accountant, finding a good accountant. I mean having a mentor. It's good to know somebody in the industry that you can call upon and piggyback ideas off of. You're not going to start a restaurant and not have waitresses and cooks and an accountant and companies that are going to deliver the food product and all of that stuff. This is the same thing. You're starting a business. Number two, if you don't feel like you can bet on yourself, $20, $30, $40, $50, $60, $70,000, if you don't feel that you have the skill and the capacity that no matter what life and the FMCSA and CHP and whoever, DOT, all these other entities can throw at you, that no matter what, you're going to succeed, then don't start. If you're not sure, don't start. Number three, you need a plan. I don't care what Toe Piglet says. You need a business plan. Get a business plan. You're starting a business. Are you not going to plan it? Of course you are. Plan where you think you want to go. Plan what types of trucks you think are going to be best for you. Plan your insurance. Plan customers. Plan load boards. Put a plan together by research. And if you don't have the experience, the background in transportation that I have and some others have, then you have to do the research. And of course you're going to create a plan. It's only makes sense to create a plan. Now in your first year, in your first 6 months, those things may change. That's okay. Plans change. This is just gonna be like a flowing river. It's gonna have its deep slopes, and it's gonna have places where it settles down, and it's gonna have wide, broad, spots of the river, and really tiny, teeny tiny little thin places where you're like, am I gonna make it through this one? That is what starting a business and being self-employed is. There's gonna be good times and bad times, and without a plan, you are going to be like a ship without a rudder. How the heck are you even gonna get out of the bay? You're just gonna be floating around. I don't know what that person's doing. They don't got no kind of plan, no kind of direction. I got no idea what they're doing. And people are just going to pass you up, and sharks is just going to eat the crap out of you because you don't have a plan. You need a plan. You're going to need capital. You're going to need working capital. If you don't, when something happens, you're not going to be able to react to it. This is a business. You're starting a business. You're not going to start a restaurant and put all your money into getting the best location for your restaurant, and then you don't have any money for tables, chairs, waitresses, food, cooking supplies, paper, people to print out your menus. I mean, no advertising capital. Of course you need capital. Yes, you need capital. What happens when the truck needs tires? What happens when the transmission blows? What happens when your trailer needs repairs and the cost is $1,500, $2,000? Number 5 is you need credit. Good credit, good personal credit is going to help your business. In the beginning, your business is not going to have any credit. So when you go to get a truck or you go to get any type of equipment, people are going to be going off of your credit. Your insurance, when you get quotes, they're gonna take a look at your credit. That also is reliant upon credit. The higher your credit score, the more opportunity and options you have. Number 6 on my list is negotiation skills. This has absolutely nothing to do with transportation, but it does. And a lot of people don't realize that until they get on the load boards and are talking to brokers. If you don't know how to talk to these guys, they will eat you up. If you don't know how to negotiate, you're just taking whatever that it's posted at. And that is usually the lowest that they want to go. And then they'll go up from there. So learn some negotiation skills. Watch some videos on negotiation. Number 7, know your worth. Know what it's going to cost to operate your business, and know what it's going to cost to keep your household running. If you don't know those costs, you can run yourself into the dirt and still not be making the money that you need to make in order to keep operating, pay yourself, and keep your home or your family life going at the rate that it's used to functioning at. Number 8, be clear with yourself on why you want to start this business. This is not a get rich quick business, you guys. And also you need to take into account that there are no guarantees in this industry, you guys. The only thing that's guaranteed are the expenses. When you're not running, you still have to pay your insurance. You still have to pay your registration. You may not be paying any diesel because you're not running. You may not have hotel costs, but a lot of the fixed costs are still coming in. You still have to make that truck payment. All those months last year when I took off to take care of family business, I still had to make those payments. And so when I did go back to work, I felt a little bit under the gun, like, oh my gosh, I got to get going, because I know I've depleted some of my savings by taking time off. There is no paid holidays. There is no, oh, I'm going to take a vacation and somebody's going to pay me. This is completely different than working for somebody else. You have to put away. You have to, start your own 401k. You have to put away for the future. Get into this for the freedom and the flexibility. Don't get into it because you think you're going to be putting $200,000 in your pocket every year. With one truck and one trailer, it's probably not going to happen, especially in Hotshot. Is to have fun. You guys see me, I have a lot of fun. I stress out a lot. Lexi knows, some of the things she hears come out of my mouth. Look at her. Oh my Lord. It is stressful. And so it's important to balance that out, the long hours and the stress and the unknowns. It's important to balance that out with fun. So I try to have fun while still turning a profit, because it can be a very tough industry at times. And if you're not enjoying it, then you're probably not going to stick around. And if you're not going to stick around, then all of that time and effort and energy and research and capital that you've put into all of this, what's it for? So that's my list, you guys. And go back out there, think about those things, and continue to watch my videos, continue to watch other videos. Do research elsewhere other than YouTube, please. There's so much drama on YouTube right now. It's ridiculous. Oh my God. And I'm the girl. I don't know what's up with these guys. Whatever. Anyways, do research, look into the business. It is a great industry to be in. It's a huge industry. It's not going anywhere. I don't care if they got, aliens to drive the trucks or self-driving trucks or NASA driving trucks. I don't care. There's always going to need to be actual human beings working these things and being on the ground, on the pavement, spinning their wheels. So best of luck to you guys. I'm so grateful for everybody that's listening and watching. Anyways, peace, you guys. Deuces. I gotta go get loaded.